Hi, family. Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles. It's me, your host, Busisiwe Mohabi, and once again, we meet. If today is your birthday, Mdase, happy birthday. We wish you a long life. You made it through the life's plot twist, and we just wish you well. This is your shout out. Without wasting any time, let us get into today's story. But before we get there, we need to have a family meeting. We need to have a family meeting. And in this, I need just to say this. There are words in this platform that I cannot say. Not because I'm scared to tell the truth. I'm scared to say what happened to a child and to go into graphic details. No, that is not the case. It is because if you use these words that are not allowed to be used on YouTube, YouTube will shadow ban you and it will mess up your algorithm, or they will close your channel. So I know yesterday some people have seen it and some didn't see, but there are people who want me to say words that I'm not allowed to say. So on this channel, my channel, you will hear words like unalive. You will hear words like grape instead of the R word. You will hear words instead of BLOOD. You will hear red liquid. So they are just words. You are allowed to ask me in the comment section, what did I mean when I said pew pew? You're allowed to ask me, but you will not force me to say words that I'm not allowed to say. So that's the family meeting that I wanted us to talk about. If it annoys you, Mdase, please, without any problems, start your own channel and say them in your own channel and find out what will happen. But it will not happen in my channel. So good luck with that. We are not arguing. We are not going to have this conversation again. I will remind others because just yesterday we have over 61 new subscribers, people who don't know this. So I don't mind explaining, but I will not argue. So let us get into it. In today's topic, there'll be a part 1 and a part 2 because there's something that I need us to talk about. If you remember, in the Jocelyn Smith case, while it was still going on, there's a video here that I've done where the title, it says, the thumbnail on the title of the thumbnail says a trial outside the trial, where I was telling you guys, and some of you ladies and gentlemen had seen this. There was a video that Gayton McKenzie had done, and he said Jocelyn Smith is still alive. He made allegations there that she was sold to a wealthy family, and I want us to talk about that part of these type of cases that we have about missing children. So it made us ask hard but necessary questions. That what if not all of those kids who are missing are harmed? What if some are raised with love? They actually are raised in families. Those people love them and are raising them with love. Completely different homes. The stories are so complex and different. They're heartbreaking, and it sounds like a fiction, but it's not. These are things that are happening in our communities in this country, and I have a story that if you've heard the story, maybe you want to scroll right along. Maybe you need us to revisit the story with me as I'm about to tell people who have never heard about the story before. You're welcome to stay, but if you've heard the story and you don't want, this is where you should skip and wait for the next episode. But yeah, moving on, we are diving into a true South African story, a case that proves that these things are not fiction. They happen. And this is the story of Zephany Nurse, a baby that was stolen in a hospital at birth. She was raised by her kidnapper and reunited with her real family 17 years later. So it is a story of confusion, betrayal, identity, faith, and forgiveness. So it is not to excuse anyone's behavior. I'm not trying to do that. Just get that that I'm not trying to do that. But what I am trying to do is to raise awareness that not all children are stolen to be graped, to be unalived. Some children are stolen to be raised in these families, loving homes. Some, they're abused, but it is not always the case. It's different for everyone. So this is the story of lost identity, unanswered prayers, and what happens when a blind line pulls you home. So in 1997, a woman walked into the Groote Schuur Hospital dressed like a nurse and walked out with a 3-day-old baby. The baby was Zephany Nurse. She had been her mother was taking a nap because she had complications and she was resting. And when she woke up, to her horror, the child was gone. So in this moment of distraction and vulnerability, the child was taken. No alarms, no alerts, and for 17 years, there was no trace of her baby girl. But a twisted miracle happened. 17 years later, fast forward into 2015, Zephany was going by the name of Michelle Solomon. She was in matric, a teenager just living her life, normal life, not knowing her truth, that she was adopted as a baby. Now, at the school, there was a girl who looked exactly like her. And people would be asking, Norman, we just saw someone, she's younger than you, she looks like you. And she would tell them, I'm the only child. I don't have siblings. And when they see the younger sister, her name was Zephany Nurse, is Zephany Nurse actually. And she would also say the same thing, I don't have an older sister, it's just me and my other siblings. So now they connect and they start talking. Zephany tells Zephany Nurse that, I have an older sister. She was abducted when she was 3 days old. And this is my story. And now Zephany Nurse is thinking, wow, that is wild. Not knowing they are both talking about her. And they became friends. And when she is asked, Zephany Nurse, she says there was a connection when she first saw this girl who was a spitting, image of herself, that she couldn't understand why she felt like that. But instantly she wanted to protect her. That's how she felt. So now Zephany goes home, tells the father and says, there's someone who looks like me at school. And a lot of people are talking about this, that we look alike. I don't know what's there, but we'll do a little bit of digging, I guess. The father thinks, okay, we'll start asking questions. We will be careful about it, I'm thinking. And then, they start talking. Then she's taken to, Zephany then asks Zephany, when were you born? And boom, Zephany Nurse says on the 30th of April, 1997. And something clicks. Because that's the day that she went missing. So she's been using that birth date as her birthday, and it's the date when she went missing. Then the father thinks there's something here, we have to dig deeper. She's invited to a McDonald's. The father pitches there, and Zephany knows that this is Cassidy's father, but doesn't know that this is my own father. And from there on, things just started happening. And mind you, this all happened in March. It all happened in 1 month in March. They become friends, and all these other things, the asking of the date, she doesn't know she's being investigated by her own family. But then it happened it didn't take years. It didn't take months. It happened in 1 month. So that after that, everything changed for the family. They knew that this is the long lost daughter we might be looking for. The truth comes out. The DNA tests are done. The hospital records are checked. There's no record of her as Michelle Solomon being born at the hospital that she says she was born in. So now it looks like, yes, she's the baby that went missing 17 years ago. But now, family, that's not even the wildest part, because Zephany didn't feel like she needs to be rescued. She felt like she belonged with her kidnapper. So in part 2, I'm going to cover all of that. That what happened when she met both families, the emotional chaos that followed, the court case and sentencing, and her healing journey and therapy. And that's how we are going to use, and how she's using, her pain to help others today. So don't go anywhere. Or while you're waiting for part 2, it's coming just now. With that being said, see you on part 2. Thank you.